Hello everyone, in this video we are going to develop this Roll Dice app, and as you can see it's a simple app that's designed for beginners where you can learn Flutter basics like the basic widgets, text, images, column, padding and several other basic widgets where every beginner should know. So without wasting time, let's get started and develop this. So this is where we are going to get started. I have a default Flutter project running on simulator. So the only thing I did is I created assets folder in my app folder, and inside at assets folder I created images, and here I have some dice images, so you can find these images in the video description. I will put the source code so you can go and take these images, and also make sure to create assets inside this dice roller app folder. And inside, make sure to create images. And inside images, just put these images. And also, before we get started, go to pubspec.yaml, and in the bottom you have to add these assets. Just add assets, and bottom you have to show the directory, which is assets images, right? So after you have done this, you can go and start your code from here inside main.dart. So first I'm going to remove these my apps, and I'm gonna create a new my app. My app, and in my build I want to return material app. This material app has the home argument, and here I want to create a scaffold widget. If I save it, you can see the blank scaffold. And also before we get started, I want to remove this. This debug banner. So for that, just inside material app, we use just debug show checked mode banner, and you can make it false. Now inside my scaffold, I want to create a body, and I want to use container widget. The reason I'm using the container widget because I want to give gradient background color. So inside container, let's use a decoration argument, and this requires another widget, and I'm going to use box decoration. And inside the box decoration widget, we can give gradient color. Gradient. And you can see there are different types of gradients like linear gradient, gradient, radial gradient, and sweep gradient. In this project, I want to use linear gradient. And is this linear gradient have several arguments like colors, begin and end? The first thing we have to use is colors. And this is a list we need to create. We need to use square brackets. Inside this we can use several colors, like for example colors dot, let's say purple, and colors dot deep purple. I'm using two colors, and I want to put some comma to format my code. And you can see in the left side we have the purple, and in the right side we have the purple, but I want it like from bottom, like top left to bottom right. To do that, inside linear gradient you can use begin argument, and you can use alignment dot top left, and argument alignment dot bottom right. And if I save it, you can see the purple color is in the top left and deep color is in the bottom right side. Now you can see our code getting bigger and bigger. So the best practice is to separate our code into a new file. So I'm going to copy this container code. I'm gonna press Command X to copy, and inside my lib folder I'm going to create a new folder and I'm gonna call it components. Inside this components folder I'm gonna create a new file and call it gradient container.dart. Here I'm going to create a stateless widget. Let's call it gradient container, and let's return the container that we have just copied. And now simply in my main.dart, in my scaffold body, I'm going to import this gradient container. Make sure you import it in the top. You can see if I save it, everything remains the same because we just refactored, we just separated our code. Now in my gradient container, I want to separate my code more. So I want to refactor, like I want to take these two arguments into a new variable. So outside my class gradient container, I want to create const start alignment, and I want to put this alignment dot left, copy, paste, also put semicolon, and here let's change it to end alignment, and it will be bottom right. And now here we can remove this alignment, and here simply paste the variable name and alignment. Now you can see everything is same. Now I want to refactor these colors. So to do that, I want to, inside my stateless widget, I want to create final color, color 1, and final color 2, because we have two colors, like, right, purple and deep purple. Now inside my gradient color I need to create this, like this dot color 1 and this dot color 2 and also comma. Now simply just remove these colors, just copy these colors. I'm gonna press Command X. Here just put color 1, column color 2 and save it. And now you can see main.dart shows some red squiggles, and the reason why it's asking is that we have to put the colors. So I'm going to paste the colors that I have copied, colors.purple and colors.deep purple. And now you can see everything still remains the same, because we are just refactoring, we are just using the custom widgets, we are just using the new variables. So I'm going to put const to this material app to remove these warnings. Now in my container I want to use child inside my container, and I want to show you that we have to use image, right? For that we have to use image.asset, and here the directory which is assets, images. Let me show you assets, images, and here inside images we have dice1.png. If I save it, now you can see it looks very awful, because the only thing you have to do is to wrap this image with another widget, and it's called center. You have to wrap this widget with center, and if I save it, now you can see we have the desired image and desired background. So I'm going to put comma, and you can see the image looks very big, so I want to change the width. Inside the image asset, after you put this directory, you can put a width. You can use the width argument, and for example let's say it's 200, and if I save it, now it looks better, right? So inside this center we have image.asset, right?
Want to start a business? Start with an address. Choose from a range of domain names and fresh new domain extensions to help make your business stand out from the crowd. Give your online business the best start with the right address from GoDaddy. Start for free at godaddy.com.
Nescafe Latte. Керемет дәмді. Дайында. Рахаттан.
And for the child we are using, like for the inside my center we have the child image.asset. Now I also want to show the bottom in the bottom side, so for that I'm going to wrap this image with the column, and after this image I can put text bottom, and you can see it requires unpressed and child. And for the unpressed, let's make it blank, and for the child let's use the text and call it rice. Let's name it like roll dice. And if I save it, you can see the roll dice, and you can see the image is now going to the top, because now we are using column and this will take all the space. So inside column just use main axis alignment dot center, and this will takes you to the center. Now you cannot see the text, you can see the roll dice. So for that, inside the text bottom let's use the style text button dot style from, and for the foreground color let's save colors dot white. And I also want to change the width of these, the size of this text. So for that, inside style you can use text style and font size 28, and you can see it now looks bigger. And you can also put const to remove this warning. And another thing I want to do is that between this image and text you can see there is no space, so I want to put some space. So for that, between this image and text button I want to put const sized box, and for the height maybe 20, also put comma. And if I save it, you can see now we have some space. You can add more space. For example, let's make it 30. Let's go to gradient container, let's make it 30 and save it. Now it looks better. Now if I press this, nothing will change because we are not using any logic. And you can see our gradient container is also getting bigger and bigger. So the best practice is to remove this code, this from the column. You can press Command X, and inside lib folder and inside components I'm going to create a new file, and I'm gonna call it, let's say, dice roller.dart. And inside that we need to create a stateful widget, not stateless widget. Be careful for that. And I'm going to name this dice roller, and I'm going to paste it in my build return. I'm going to paste the column that I have just copied, and in my gradient container I'm going to import this dice roller. Was it dice roller? It was Deuce Lorus. I made a mistake. I'm going to change this name, dice roller, and here we can import this dice roller. And if I save it, you can see everything looks same. And now inside dice roller, when we press this button, we want to change this dice roller, right? So for that we need the random widget, which is it's a dart widget, like it's a dart function. Like first we need to import this dart math, and inside this dart math, first inside this stateful widget we have to create a randomizer. Like we have to create a new variable and call it current dice, and let's make it 1. And if I put this image like current dice, like inside images, I can remove this one, and if I put current dice.png, you can see it's 1. But if I change it to 2, for example, and save it and restart the application, you can see it will change it now 2. But I want to make it pressable. Like I want to create a function here, void roll dice, and inside this roll dice I'm going to use set state, and I want to make the current dice to random dot next int, and it will be like 6 images, so I want to make it 6 and plus 1. The reason I'm making plus 1 because if we put 6 it will count as 5, so we have to add 1 more. And if I save it, and in my text button I have to remove this and put it this roll dice, and if I save it,
А? істеп тұр ғой?
Кажется, басат. Бұл бағана былай ма істеді өзім? Түсінген ғой?
Рахмет. Болды давай.
And restart the app. And if I restart the app and also to change this current dice to 1 to make sure everything works from scratch, restart the app again. And if I roll dice, you can see it's now giving me random
ортадан ортаға кім керек